going to finish the show with a bit of your latest venture, and I'm just looking at it over there, and I'm getting quite excited about it, actually. You've gone into manufacturing a really exclusive range of guitars. There's like no other guitar in the world. Could you tell us something about it? And we'll have a look at this guitar. Security, please,
what happened was that basically I was listening to the radio about 1998, and I kept hearing this track come on the radio. I kept hearing this piano on the track, and I said, I know that piano, that's my old piano. Remember the upright I mentioned? Yeah. That's my old piano. I know that's my piano, I'm going to find out about that track. So I did. Sure enough, it was my old piano. It was in Studio 3 at Parr Street, and the band was Coldplay, and it was their first single. And that got me thinking about the way that pianos are made, with the strings strung across a steel frame in the wood, and how amazingly, you know, characterful, for want of a better word, they sound, full of overtones and sustain. And I recognized that particular piano off the radio. I mean, that's how individual they are. So I went on to do a .com company and, you know, property portfolio and all kinds of stuff. But 10, 12 years later, I was, you know, finished. I'd sold a .com company. And I'd always thought about that. And I'd always thought about trying to do a guitar in a totally different way. And I woke up one morning and did it.
What's special about this guitar?
It's one piece. I mean, it's one piece of wood. The wood has been basically in the bottom of the Belize River and lagoons in South America for about 150 years. So there's no resin in the wood. It was probably growing for anything up to, you know, 800 years before that, so maybe 1200 or something like that. So we're the only people in the UK who have a license to import this wood. And then what I did, in this one piece of wood, I put a titanium chassis, which goes from the nut here, which we also invented, by the way, it's a new type of locking nut, right through to the Atlantic Bridge here, and they connect both ends. That enables the neck, which is incredibly thin, to be very, very strong. It's one of the thinnest necks of any guitar in the world, but it's also probably the strongest. The Atlantic Bridge, we call that because it moves with no moving parts. It moves in a linear way using flexure technology. The pickups have one coil per string. They use quadratic diffusion technology to produce a very good acoustic sound. That diffuses the mid-range, borrowed from the studios. Yeah. The frets are tungsten carbide, 9.5 on the Moss scale. Diamonds are 10, so basically they'll outlive the human race. They're incredible to play over because they, you know, they just really are really slippy, basically, unlike, you know, normal frets. Once you've played this, you can't really go back. And the acoustic sound is just loud. You know, that's the sound of the guitar. And it just goes on and on and on. So what I thought was, let's make a guitar where the acoustic sound and, you know, the attributes of the sound before you mic it up are really, really good, and plenty of overtones and sustain. Oh. And then it will sound great, and it does.
Well, it looks fantastic. I think it's a bit out of my price range. I'm having one of those Spinal Tap moments when I'm looking at the guitar and thinking...
it goes up to 11.
Does it go up to 11?
Yeah, it does go up to 11,
and can I play it? Well, thank you very much for coming in today, Jeremy. Yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure to listen to all your stories from the studios, from the record label days, and to have a look at this what's it called, by the way? This
it's called the JJL 1. One because
there's only one of them.
Because it's one piece. It's basically. One piece. Yeah, one piece of wood. Yeah.
Okay. Just remains for me to say thank you very much to Jeremy Lewis for coming in and taking the time to discuss his career in music. Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Thank you.